Okay, good. It's recording. Sorry for not talking at the beginning there. Well, I felt like starting another Let's Play, and I've really been wanting to play this lately, and I didn't want to just do an I felt like playing, and you probably saw my, if you're subscribed to me anyway, you probably saw my test video about this, and it's gonna be an interesting one, this game. Probably gonna do it like I did Castlevania. Like I'm doing Castlevania, rather. I'm not done with that. Sorry. I'm coughing. Yeah, I'm gonna be as informative as I can. I don't know as much about this game as I do Castlevania, even though I've also played this game quite a lot. I'm going to be kind of boring in the class and not the class, the race I start out as, because I'm going to be doing Clavat because it's the one I haven't gotten everything on before. I've gotten everything on all the ultimate equipment on the others, and I really just want to. This is kind of like the last hurrah for me for this game. Even though I'm probably still going to play it again, it's just I want to be able to say I got all the stuff for all the classes, all the races. So first things first, we got to start a new game. I'm going to. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. There's a. I don't want to get in trouble for having it. There's a song that starts in there. I don't think it's copyrighted, but it might be. Ooh, that's a tough one. I might. It's a really good song, so I don't want to interrupt. Well, whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to talk during it. Unfortunately, well, I say I'm not going to talk, then I have to choose this. Unfortunately, I have no one to play with. Otherwise, I would be playing in multiplayer mode. It's just more fun that way. It's local co-op only. You can do more stuff in multiplayer mode, but, you know, it's just me, because this is just me. The only friend I have that I might be able to get to play with me is, well, he's currently off work, but he's probably sleeping now. Anyway, I'm going to shut up for about 5-10 minutes while this song plays. It's probably more like 5 minutes.
Dreaming of the stars on high that speak to me in secret sighs, drifting on a breeze. Only I can feel and hear. Could it be the same?
I love that song. And I was holding back that cough the entire time because I didn't want to interrupt the song. And I'm still debating on whether or not to read out dialogue in games. I'm leaning towards no. And same name as I always give it. Because it's the only name I can think of. There it is. No. Yes. If you know where that's from, and you'll probably know where it's from eventually on this channel, bonus points, I guess, that you can't do anything with. Confirm. I'm assuming this is like canonly this is the leader of the caravan, even though you can have more than one person. And you don't start out the game right away. You start out on this options menu. Well, the options menu of... there's like an options menu and an options menu. There's nothing really here. What is this? Show or hide your position marker on each character. Yeah, I want that on. Sound mode. Stereo's fine. Music. Fine. Fine. No, I want that maxed. Sorry, the control stick's a little sensitive on this emulator. And yeah, I'm using an emulator because I don't have a capture card or anything. The emulator's fine. It seems to work fine. So I was trying to figure out how to set up this so I could do this game properly, but I can't. Because to do it properly, you really need a Game Boy Advance and the second controller port. But I don't think you can, like, on the emulator have a Game Boy Advance show up show its screen. I could be wrong, and I just don't know how to do it. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need to set out. Now you've got 8 character slots. I'm going to fill these all up for because each slot will fill up a place in the starting village with a person there. It doesn't do anything unless you've... Well, I'll explain that later. For now, let's just start my main character. M? No, M? Yes. Same name as I always pick. If you're wondering where my screen name came from, it's long story short, it was a message board a long time ago that I used to go to. And I just like being a female in games. I was going to say something more about that, but it's kind of personal. And I want blacksmith because it's like the best job you can get. I think alchemist is also really good, but I don't think you need a blacksmith in the village to be able to use what the blacksmith gives you at the last thing. I got a younger brother and an older brother. That's okay. I'd prefer 2 olders, but and yes, they will. If you bring back the materials and blueprint you need, if you're a blacksmith, you can actually forge weapons at the village you start at. Not very good ones to start with, but eventually you'll pretty much be able to make anything. That's the clavat symbol behind the text. Each, I guess, race has a symbol, and that was the clavat symbol. They're all pretty intricate. I actually want to go in here for a minute. There's something I want in here. there will be a bunch of houses here that'll be empty. If you make more characters, the houses will fill up with families. I'll show you where my family is real quick. It's right here. It's right next to the forge. Makes sense, they're blacksmiths. There are actually two things I want in here. I want this. Whoop, there's my controller being all finicky. Oh yeah, I should actually ask. You don't have a stamp card? Let me tell you about mog stamps. I'm starting to read the dialogue. I said I wasn't going to do that. This is actually just for a mini game if you get all the stamps, and it only works on the Game Boy Advance if you have it plugged in. Yeah, I got it. And I got the stamp. Nothing yet? You can actually do something later, but I don't have what I need to do that, and it's only for the Game Boy Advance. This game has a lot of functionality with the Game Boy Advance. What I actually came in here for, I forgot about that stamp card thing. What I actually came in here for is up here. It's this. And if you'd stop moving, every town, village, or city has a little hidden spot where you can get an item. The items get really good later on, and you want to stop here every time you can, because eventually there'll be like really rare materials that are hard to come by any other way. I'm not even sure I'm gonna get to the first level in this first episode, because this happens. Randomly you'll come across events on the road. This is a scripted one, it always happens. It always happens here. Hail yourself. Yes, I am. He'll be important, I think. That'll also be important, that place, Alphataria. I don't think you ever discussed that again. You will come across Stiltskin a number of times throughout the game. This is the first time you meet him. He's going to offer to give me basically a tutorial on how to do things. I don't need it, so I'm not going to do it, but I will explain things. Because I'd rather explain them than have you, like, sit there and read what to do. Oh, crap. See, that's my controller being, There's Mog. He'll, carry the chalice for you if you're on single player. Well, what I'm going to ask you is, can I leave? Yes. And you get diary entries every time a event happens on the road. You also get diary entries every time you beat a level that's currently gives you something for beating it. Where we actually were was right here. I'll show you. There's something else I want in here. It's another stamp, I believe. It's down here. I believe it's down here anyway. I believe it's this. I don't remember where all the stamps are on all the levels. Sometimes it's not the Mog, that's the Moogle that's right there. Sometimes it'll be... There are sometimes two Moogles in the house. And here's what I was talking about with that. If you paint Mog, different colors do different things on the Game Boy Advance. I don't need to trim or do anything with his fur at the moment. The C-stick moves him around, by the way. Whee! It's kind of just fun to play with him. You can cut his fur off. It's helpful later on, because especially if you're in single player, because there will be hot areas and cold areas where Mog will get exhausted faster depending on how much fur he has. If he has good fur in cold areas, he won't get exhausted. If he has low fur in hot areas, he won't get exhausted. Well, as quickly anyway. But I don't need him because I need to paint him or trim him right now. Painting him only works with the Game Boy Advance thing. You don't need the Game Boy Advance to play or beat this game, but it is helpful, especially if you're farming items. I'm going to look for a way to set it up with this emulator. I don't know if I can, but I'm just showing where we were when Stiltskin took us here. See, we were down here. Is that Stiltskin? Yes, it is. You'll find him just kind of hanging about in different places later on. Now, I'm probably going to cut the episode and make a new one before actually going to the first level. But I also want to show you one more thing. This is the Miasma stream. You need a... Oh, actually, I can do this right now. I believe. Your chalice has 4, well, technically 5 elements, but you don't get into the 5th element until quite a bit later into the game. There's 5 possible elements it could be. Fire, wind, water, and earth. Is the thing here? No, I have to talk to him. Oh well. Well, yes please. I only need one thing from you. Well, there's my controller. It's really sensitive on this. I need to see if I can't adjust the sensitivity. The world? I suppose myself. I think it's the world. Here we go, Miasma streams. Are you going to let me do this? Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Now, if you take the chalice, this chalice is what protects you from the miasma around in the world. I don't think I left any of that up long enough for you to pause and read. I'm very sorry about that, but I wanted to explain it myself. There's miasma in the world. We'll get into why it's here much later in the game. But if you take this chalice, what's actually protecting you is that crystal on top of the chalice. If you put it on one of these miasma, I can't remember what they're called, it changes its element. You can teleport. This takes you out of an area. You can't do it now, apparently, but you can just pick up the chalice again after it's changed element. You generally don't want to teleport unless you're, oh yeah, that's right. Hit the, I believe that's the X button to let Mog carry it. Oh, I need to talk to Stiltskin. I'm gonna leave. Hopefully that'll keep my chalice as water. Did it? No. The Y button brings up the menu. You start out with a bunch of food. The food you start out depends on what race you chose. And you always start out with basic equipment. Like I said, I apologize for not getting into the first level in the first episode. The reason I'm not is because this is already nearly 30 minutes long. Please tell me that cat that is water. It did, yay! So, because I'm going to go in and show you the miasma stream. This is a creepy place. This is where miasma is thickest, and the element of your chalice needs to match the element of the miasma, or it'll just push you out. That'll happen if you have the correct element. Oh, and in here, you can only carry the chalice. Mog, I don't know why Mog doesn't come in here. It doesn't. And the first time you go through a miasma stream, you get a diary entry. I could actually go to the second or third level right now, but they're quite a bit more difficult if you haven't been to the first level. I was going to spoil something, but that'll probably be for the next time. The only reason I wanted to come here is I wanted this. It's not very good, but every one of these you pick, that you pick up, the next one is, it cycles through a list, and the list repeats eventually, but the stuff at the end, towards the end of the list is really good, and you just want to get it out of the way. I believe this is one we can't get through this miasma stream up here. Yeah, there's no way to get Earth on this cycle, on this first year. I'll go into years and cycles later. Probably after the first one passes. Man, I can't believe how much time I'm just explaining basic mechanics of things without actually getting into any of the major gameplay of the game. Well, hopefully I don't get into any random encounters. And, of course, I have to say something. I don't know what the clearing code cache was. These random encounters are actually important at the end of the game. They're not random battle encounters, they're just random encounters with stuff that happens. This, I believe they'll give you a vegetable or a fruit. Oh, no, that's apparently not that, apparently that's a different event. Random events is what I'll call them. I think that's what they're supposed to be called. And, I'm going to call it here, and next episode we will finally get into level 1. I call them levels, they're really just areas. Different, things. River Bella Path. I will see you next time. Oh, by the way, I stopped and started recording, but you're gonna see me do something real quick. Push the B button, come up here, save game. You're gonna watch me do this. That was from my test file. Huh, apparently, it was only 22 minutes. Oh yeah, I had the song and the stuff at the start. I kind of wish it wouldn't show that, the console when it does stuff like that, but you're also going to see me do this. 'Cause I just don't want to lose my file. Especially not after all that crap I just went through. And the next time you see me, I actually won't have gone into the River Bella Path. I will have filled this out with random people. And probably other Let's Players. Probably some of the ones that are featured on my channel. And I don't know, I might show you the town after I've gotten everyone. Yeah, I'll probably show you the town real quick after I've gotten everyone. Not this episode, next episode. But, do that again. And, then we'll go into River Bella Path and do the first level. Alright, now I will see you. Bye. Sorry about that.